Hey there, Cowboys Nation! Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. What's up, Cowboys Nation? If you're a die-hard fan of America's team, today's update is one you won't want to miss. We're diving deep into some massive injury updates that could shape the Cowboys season moving forward. We're talking about big names like Trevon Diggs, Tyler Smith, Mazi Smith, and Luke Schoonmaker. Each of these players brings something special to the field, and their health or lack thereof could mean the difference between a playoff run and a heartbreaking finish. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's break it all down. First, we have Trevon Diggs. Cowboys fans, we all know what a loss his injury has been. When Diggs tore his ACL earlier this season during practice, it felt like the air was sucked out of the room. This is the guy who led the league in interceptions in 2021 and completely transformed the secondary alongside Stephon Gilmore. Without him, the Cowboys' defense has had to rely on a combination of Darren Bland and Jordan Lewis to step up. Now, don't get me wrong, those guys have done an admirable job. Bland, in particular, has emerged as a turnover machine, but let's face it, no one can replicate what Diggs brings to the table. The good news is that Diggs' recovery is reportedly going better than expected. According to sources inside the Cowboys organization, Diggs has been working hard in rehab, and there's cautious optimism that he'll make a full recovery in time for next season. That's music to the ears of Cowboys Nation. An ACL tear is a tough injury to come back from, but if anyone can do it, it's Trevon Diggs. His work ethic and dedication to the game are second to none. Imagine what this defense will look like next year with Diggs, Gilmore, Bland, and the rest of the secondary healthy and ready to go. It's a terrifying thought for opposing quarterbacks. Moving on to Tyler Smith, this young man has been an absolute revelation for the Cowboys' offensive line. When he was drafted, many fans and analysts questioned the pick. But Smith quickly silenced the doubters with his play. He's been a rock at left guard, providing the kind of consistency and physicality the Cowboys need to dominate in the trenches. However, hamstring injuries have been a nagging issue for Smith this season. He's missed some time and has been limited in practice on several occasions, which has had a ripple effect on the entire offensive line. The latest update is that Smith was limited again in practice this week, but the coaching staff expects him to play on Sunday. That's a huge relief, because the Cowboys' offense isn't the same without him. When Tyler Smith is in the lineup, the run game opens up, and Dak Prescott has more time to make plays in the pocket. Without him, it feels like the offensive line struggles to find its rhythm. But as much as we want to see Smith out there every week, the team needs to be careful. Hamstring injuries are tricky, and if they're not managed properly, they can linger. The last thing the Cowboys need is for Smith to aggravate the injury and miss time during the playoffs. Speaking of rising stars, let's talk about Mazi Smith. The rookie defensive tackle has quietly been making an impact this season, especially in the run game. When the Cowboys drafted him in the first round, there was a lot of buzz about his potential, and we're starting to see why. Smith is a big physical presence in the middle of the defensive line. He eats up double teams, freeing up linebackers like Micah Parsons and Leighton Vander Esch to make plays. However, Mazi has been dealing with some minor knee soreness recently, which had fans holding their breath. Thankfully, the latest update is that the injury isn't serious. He's been cleared for limited participation in practice and is expected to be available for Sunday's game. That's a huge relief because the Cowboys need Smith's presence in the trenches. He's still a rookie, so there's room for growth, but the flashes we've seen from him this season are incredibly promising. This guy is going to be a cornerstone of the Cowboys' defense for years to come. And now, let's shift to Luke Schoonmaker. When the Cowboys drafted him, there was a lot of excitement about his potential. At 6'5", with great hands and athleticism, Schoonmaker looked like he could be the tight end of the future for Dallas. But his rookie season hasn't gone quite as planned. A foot injury early in the year set him back, and he struggled to carve out a consistent role in the offense. The good news is that Schoonmaker is finally back to 100%. He's been a full participant in practice this week and looks ready to contribute down the stretch. This couldn't come at a better time. With Jake Ferguson stepping up as the primary tight end, Schoonmaker has the opportunity to be a complementary piece in the Cowboys' passing game. His size and athleticism make him a natural red zone threat, and his blocking ability is a big plus in the run game. It's easy to forget how important a healthy Schoonmaker could be for this offense. The Cowboys have lacked a true dual-threat tight end since the days of Jason Witten, and while Ferguson has been solid, having another weapon at the position could open up the playbook in a big way. Don't be surprised if we see Schoonmaker make some big plays in the weeks ahead as the Cowboys gear up for a playoff push. So, what does all of this mean for the Cowboys as a whole? Well, these injury updates paint a picture of a team that's fighting through adversity, but still has its eyes on the prize. Trevon Diggs' absence has forced the defense to adapt, and players like Darren Bland have stepped up in a big way. Tyler Smith's resilience has kept the offensive line afloat, even as injuries have tested its depth. Mazi Smith's steady improvement has been a bright spot on the defensive line, and Luke Schoonmaker's return to full health adds another weapon to an already potent defense. The road to the playoffs is never easy, especially in a competitive NFC. But if the Cowboys can stay relatively healthy and get contributions from these key players, there's no reason they can't make a deep run. The talent is there. The coaching staff has the pieces they need to succeed. It's just a matter of execution. And let's not forget, Cowboys fans, the margin for error in the playoffs is razor thin. Every player, every snap, and every decision matters. That's why getting these guys healthy and keeping them on the field is so important. Whether it's Diggs patrolling the secondary, Tyler Smith holding down the offensive line, Mazi Smith clogging up the middle, or Schoonmaker catching touchdowns in the red zone, these players have the potential to be game changers. Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Are you optimistic about these updates? Do you believe this team has what it takes to overcome these injuries and make a run at the Super Bowl? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your fellow Cowboys fans. Together, we'll ride this journey to the end. Until next time, HOWB, UTTHEMCOWBOYS.